Oh, whoops. There we go. Sorry about that. 44% very green. 44% green. That's 88% green to very green. 4% flattish. 4% red. 4% very red. That's 8% red to very red. 92% flattish to very green. Thank you everyone for your votes. Okay, so we had a couple gifts here today. Again, don't get excited if you caught it and don't get disappointed if you didn't. Really means is we're going to probably catch something like Walgreens and Jazz next week. And for those who are able to take advantage of that, again, we offer here news before it hits the majority of the street. And, you know, I was able to capitalize nicely on that Walgreens news. And ironically, we were watching it in the pre-market as well. It was the only stock I gave out today that had no news. It was just trigger. And you could see I was able to capitalize on those 62.5 calls and was able to make a nice little profit on it. Um, Other than that, it's been a pretty grindy market. I wouldn't really say today's market action overall was good. I thought there were several opportunities more than recently, between British Petroleum, I thought was a sick heads up. Um, Walgreens, obviously, and of course, Jazz Pharmaceuticals. And we do get these news notes before it hits, the majority of Wall Street, and we are a lot of times able to capitalize. But whether you caught them or not, don't worry about it. A sign that it's coming back here again after waiting for so long shows that we have increased probability of guess what's going to happen next week? We can have another Walgreens, another Jazz, and you know for a fact if anything does come out, we will get it before the majority of Wall Street. So very interesting there. That's why I was saying look for these A plus triggers. Um, Gilead was a little wild today. It ended up ironically going from my at the time best name of the day to worst name of the day. And I was able to buy some shares in the 97.90s, chucked it for a quick dollar and change, and then watched the stock, of course, go up another $6.50. Then I tried shorting it, which now that I'm looking at the technicals, just really poor decision on my behalf. I could have prevented that. It wasn't just like, okay, you win some, lose some. It was a poor decision for me to go ahead and tack the guild short, and that ended up tagging me for some money this morning. Other than that, things are slow now. I think you continue to watch this market with a critical eye. I want you guys to find this is, again, I'm asking you this because this is how we're going to kill it next week. I want you guys to watch A plus triggers on big names. What's a big name? Walgreens is a big name. Any large cap company in which you could find an A plus trigger on, even if it doesn't look like, oh my God, it's ready to go. Now, we were watching Walgreens, and let's talk about why we liked it this morning. There was an A plus trigger at 62.84. You had a beautiful bounce yesterday with increased volume. And look at that beautiful follow through today in Wilson Alpha Gary off of that early news note. If we could find these A plus triggers on strong names, names that are moving up but haven't hit the A plus trigger yet, those are the names I want you guys to be looking for now, because most likely it's going to be one of those names that we end up crushing potentially next week. So keep an eye with them, keep an eye out for them. Any large cap company you look at the daily chart. I define an A plus trigger. You guys all know how I define A plus triggers. Most of you do by now. Look for these big breakout levels, these big potential breakouts into the gap fills as well. And, that's going to really help us find the next huge opportunity. Again, don't be disappointed if you didn't crush it. And Walgreens or Jazz or one of those names today. Be excited that there's more action to come. And if you did catch it, get excited as well that these plays are most likely to be coming next week as well. Mobileye on the run to 50. And pretty much other than that, it's been a slow Friday, other than a couple exciting names. I continue to watch this market with a critical eye. I continue to look for opportunities. Carrick's. Does anybody have an opening on Carrick's? Oh, 140. Carrick's is opening up in 16 minutes. That's going to be the next exciting name. Carrick's did get halted. They did get orphan drug designation. And, Carrick should be very exciting. They're going to start showing quotes at 135, and at 140, the stock is at least scheduled to open. So other than that, I'm glad the majority is doing well. For the few who didn't do well today, it's okay. You're going to kill it next week. Just get prepped to take some of these trades. Um, and I think your guys are going to be in very good shape. So nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this live webcast presentation. And if any of you guys have any stocks or levels that you would like broken down, now would be that time to ask. Taking a look at Bristol Myers Squibb. Just fanning out my resistance lines, looking for the best opportunity. And you see, you have a clear breakout here today. Very important level to hold here, Federico. And this Bristol Myers Squibb will be descending resistance today. That is coming at $50.67. Keep an eye on it. And honestly, I like it more when you started pointing out these falling wedges more than the descending resistance breakouts. And again, not saying you don't do one better than the other, but from what I've seen, Federico, like your PVH call from the other day, I thought was really hot. You had minimal risk and you got a nice little pop in the name. Setups like that where you're looking out for these falling wedges is where I think the money is. Tesla, you missed the down move. I flipped my position, Lou. I saw the descending resistance breakout. That was obviously the right call as the stock rallied $4 or $5, whatever, through that level. Now you pulled back. Elon Musk comes out on CNBC thinking his company is overvalued. Now, I don't need to explain to you again, that is illegal. That is absolutely illegal for Elon Musk to do that. And had the stock plummeted 40, 50 points, I promise you, you would have been seeing lawsuits lining up from shareholders, rightfully so. You have to keep your shareholders' interests at heart. Saying your own company is overvalued when the market clearly defines its value is not in shareholders' interests. So terrible move by Elon Musk. Broke the law, just calling it how it is. And I still think he should be sued for that. You don't have the right. You, as a CEO of a company, can never determine that your stock is overvalued. If you feel your stock is overvalued, do an offering of some of your shares. You're allowed to do that. But you can't come out publicly and say your company is overvalued. He doesn't value his shares. You can't, just because you're the CEO and founder of a company, doesn't give you the legal rights to value your shares. The stock market as a whole does that. And that was a very dangerous move that he did. And it was illegal then, just as it was illegal today. Only reason he didn't get investor lawsuits is because his stock was trading at all-time highs recently. Other than that, imagine Tesla went down 50 points, Lou, and every one of the Tesla shareholders are like, what's going on here? He said, what? That's a lawsuit. He would be responsible. He would get fined tremendously for that. But nonetheless, I'm going to continue to look for these names. Find me these A plus triggers on strong names that haven't gone yet. For example, name is moving up today and you see an A plus trigger at $100, but your stock is at $96. Bring that to the table here. Those are going to be the highest probability candidates for a potential move next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live webcast presentation. Happy trading, make money. We will see you guys here on the live trading broadcast.